students, myself Mahbub Pasha, and today in this session we will discuss how to find the square of a number using identities and about Pythagorean triplets. Students, now we will discuss how to find the square of a number using identities. Suppose if you are given a number that is 39 and they ask you to find the square of this, okay? What they are told? They are told that find the square of 39. Then what is the way how to find the square of 39? Okay, so you can multiply 39 with 39 to find the value of 39 square, or you can use identities. Okay, so what are identities? So look at here, a plus b whole square. So you can use this identity, or else you can use a minus b whole square also. Okay, to find the square of 39, so we can use these identities and we can use one more method also. Okay, so let us find the square of 39 using the identity that is a plus b whole square. Okay, and what is the formula for this? A plus b whole square equals to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay students, now what we are doing students, we are finding the square of 39 using the identity that is a plus b whole square. Okay, so here just take 39 square. So this 39 can be written in the form of a plus b whole square. Okay, so now what we need to do? We need to write 39 in the form of a plus b whole square. So look at here, 30 plus 9 whole square. Okay, so here what we have done? We have done 39 in the form of a plus b whole square, that is 30 plus 9. So here 30 plus 9 whole square is equals to what? A plus b whole square. And look at here, in place of a what is there? 30. Okay, let a is equals to 30, and in place of b what is there? 9. B is equals to 9. Okay, so now we'll put these values of a, b in the formula. Okay, now according to the formula, what is there? First a square. So what is a here? 30, no? So a square means just take a whole square, 30 square plus 2ab, that is 2 into what is a here? 30. 30 into, and what is b? 9 plus, and b square. Okay, so look at the formula, b square is what? 9 square. As b is 9, b square is 9 square. Okay, so now students, look at here, we can find the square of 30 now easily. That is 3 3s are 9, and if there is 1 0 in number means there will be 2 zeros in the square. Okay, we have learnt already this. Plus, now 2 into 30 into 90. 2 3s are 6, 6 9s are 54. As here 0 is there, you can add 0. This is an easy way of multiplication. Instead you can do 2 into 30, 60, 60 into 9, 540. Okay, so what you have done? 2 3s are 6, 6 9s are 54, and here 0 is there, so add 0. Okay, now 9 9s are 81. 9 9s are 81. Then what we need to do? We need to add all these numbers. Okay, so here I will be adding. So look at here, 900 plus 540 plus 81. Okay, so here 0 plus 1 is what? 1. 0 plus 4 is what? 4. And 4 plus 8 is 12. So 2 here, 1 carry. 1 plus 9 will be 10, and 10 plus 5 will be 15. Okay, so what we have got? 1521. Okay, so when we add all this, what we are getting? 1521. So students, this is nothing but what? This is the square of 39. Okay, so when you square 39, so what you are getting? You are getting 1521. So this is one of the way to find the square of any number using the identity. Students, now we'll find the square of 39 using the identity that is a minus b whole square. Okay, so look at the formula here. A minus b whole square is what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now what we need to do? We need to write 39 square in the form of a minus b whole square. Okay, look at here, 39 can be written as 40 minus 1. What is 40 minus 1? 39 only, no? So 40 minus 1 is what? 39 only. Okay. So we written 39 square as 40 minus 1 whole square. And now look at here. 40 minus 1 whole square, a minus b whole square. So here in place of a, what is there? 40. And in place of b, what is there? 1. Okay. Now we'll put these values of a and b in the formula. A square means 40 square minus 2 into and a 40 into b, that is 1, plus b square, that is 1 square. Okay, so now 40 square is what? 4 4s are 16. Here 1 0 is there, means in each square it will be having 2 zeros. Minus 2 40s are 80, and 80 into 1 is what? 80 only, and 1 square is what? 1 only. Now 1600 minus 80 is what, students? That is 1520 plus 1. 1600 minus 80 is 1520, and this is plus 1. Now 1520 plus 1 is what? 1521. Okay. So what we have got? We have got the same, no? We have got same answer that which we have used to find the square of 39 using a plus b whole square. Okay. So now using a minus b whole square also we have got the same answer. So what is meant by that? We can find the square of any number using identities, whether it is a minus b or a plus b. Okay. Students, we can find the square of any number using one more method. Okay. So let us take the same example, that is 39 square. So this 39 square can be written as 30 plus 9 whole square. Okay. And now 30 plus 9 whole square is what? So we can write 2 times now. 30 plus 9 and 30 plus 9. Okay. So now students, you can keep one expression as it is, and you can divide one expression into 2 parts. Okay. So here we will keep this as it is. 30 plus 9. Now in this expression, we have made 2 parts now. So write one part here, that is multiply one part with this term. 30 plus, now write again once here this one. Okay, we need to write this once, and now the remaining part, that is 9, we need to multiply with this term. Okay. So now 3 3s are 9, 0 0 0, that is 30 into 30 is what? 90. Next 3 9s are 27, and here 0 is there, that is 270. Plus 9 30s are same, 270. Okay, 3 9s are 27, 0. Plus 9 9s are 81. So when we add all these students, so what we are getting? We are getting the same answer. Okay. So using this method also we can find the square of any number. Students, now we solve one more example. Okay, suppose you are given a number 42 square, and what we need to find? We need to find the value of this. Okay, that is 42 square. So this value can be found using a plus b whole square, or a minus b whole square, or the other one that we have discussed earlier. Okay, look at here. First, now we will find the value of 42 square using a plus b whole square. As I told you, a plus b whole square is equal to what? That is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, now we need to write 42 in the form of a plus b. Okay, so now we need to write 42 whole square in the form of a plus b whole square, that is 40 plus 2 whole square. Okay, now look at here, in place of a, 40 is there. Okay, so here a is equals to what? 40. In place of b, 2 is there. Now, so put these values in the formula. A square means 40 square plus, okay, 2 into a into, what is a? 40 into b, what is b? 2 plus 2 square, that is b square. Okay. So now 40 square, 4 4s are 16, 1 0, 2 0. Okay. So 2 4s are 8, 8 2s are 16, and here 0 is there. Okay, so write 0, or else you can multiply 2 40s are 80, 80 2s are 160. Okay. Now 2 2s are 4. So when you add all these. So what you are getting? 1764. Students, now we find the square of 42 using the identity, that is a minus b whole square. Okay. So as I told you, a minus b whole square is what? A square minus 2ab plus b square. This 42 square we have to write in the form of a minus b whole square. Okay. So look at here, 45 minus 3 whole square. Okay. 45 minus 3 is what, students? 42 only, no? 45 minus 3 is what? 42 only. So here, in place of a, what is there? 45. Okay. And in place of b, what is there? 3. Now we'll put these values in the formula. That is a square means 45 whole square minus 2 into a is what? 45 into b is what? 3 plus b square, that is 3 square. Okay. Now 45 into 45 is what, students? So when we square this, what we are getting? 2025. Okay. 45 into 45 was 2025 minus 2 into 45 will be 90 and 90 into 3 will be 270 plus 3 3s are 9. Okay. So now when we add this 2025 plus 9, what we are getting? 2034 and this is 270. Okay. So 2025 plus 9 is what? 2034 minus, and we have written as it is, that is 270. Okay. So when we subtract 270 from 2034, so what we are getting? 1764. Okay. So this is one of the way to find the square of any number using the identity, that is a minus b whole square. Students, now we'll see what is meant by Pythagorean triplets. Okay. So before knowing about what is meant by Pythagorean triplets, first we need to know what is meant by Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So look at here. Pythagoras theorem deals with the right angle triangle. Okay. So Pythagoras theorem deals with the right angle triangle. What is right angle triangle? If in any triangle, if one of the angle is 90 degree, then that triangle is named as right angle triangle. Okay. So this is called as what? Opposite side or perpendicular, and this is called as base or adjacent side, and this side is called as what? Hypotenuse. Okay. So triangle will be having 3 sides now. So this is called as hypotenuse side, this is called as opposite side or perpendicular, and this side is called as what? Adjacent or base. Okay. Students, in any right angle triangle, okay, so in any right angle triangle, there is a relation between these 3 sides, that is hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse square, I will be writing shortcut. Okay. So hypotenuse square will be equals to sum of opposite square plus adjacent square. Okay. So in any triangle, hypotenuse square equals to sum of opposite square plus adjacent square. Okay. So look at here. It means that in any right angle triangle, hypotenuse will be always greater than other 2 sides. Why? Because so here hypotenuse square will be equals to sum of other 2 squares. So it means that compared to 3 sides, always hypotenuse side is greater than other 2 sides. That is, hypotenuse is greater than opposite side. Okay. As well as this hypotenuse is greater than adjacent side. Okay. In any triangle, hypotenuse is always greater than opposite and hypotenuse is always greater than adjacent side. So now suppose if hypotenuse is 5 centimeter and opposite side is 3 centimeter and base is what? 4 centimeter. Okay. We will see the relation. Okay. So now hypotenuse square. So what is hypotenuse square? 5. Hypotenuse is what? 5 is there, no? So hypotenuse square is what? 5 square. Now opposite square. What is opposite? 3. That is 3 square plus adjacent. What is adjacent? 4. That is 4 square. Okay. So now 5 square is what? 25 equals to 3 square is what? 9 plus 4 square is what? 16. So 25 equals to 9 plus 16 is what? 25 only, no? So here LHS equals to RHS. Okay. If this condition satisfies for any given pair of 3 numbers, then those 3 numbers are called as what? Pythagorean triplets. Okay. if this condition, that is hypotenuse square will be equals to opposite square plus adjacent square. Okay, so here look at here, if the hypotenuse is 5, opposite is 3 and adjacent is 4 centimeter. So when we square this, that is 5 square will be equals to sum of 3 square plus 4 square. If this condition satisfies for any given pair of 3 numbers, okay, so then that 3 numbers are called as what? Pythagorean triplets. And one more thing students, these conditions will not hold good for any of the pair of 3 numbers. Okay, for example, so here 5, 6 and 9 is there. Okay, so here in these 3 sides, if we assume that these 3 are the Pythagorean triplets, then which is the bigger number in that? 9, no? As I told you, always hypotenuse will be the bigger side. Okay, so if you take hypotenuse as 9, okay, then 9 square, according to the relation, 9 square will be equals to 5 square plus 6 square. Okay, 9 square must be equals to what? 5 square plus 6 square. If these are the Pythagorean triplets, then 9 square is what? 81. And 5 square is what? 25. And 6 square is what? 36. That is 81 equals to 25 plus 36 is what, students? 61. Okay, so look at here. LHS is not equals to RHS. Okay, so therefore this condition fails for these 3 numbers. Okay, so what is meant by this? These are not the Pythagorean triplets. For what pair of 3 numbers this condition satisfies, that is hypotenuse square equals to opposite square plus adjacent square, then those 3 numbers are called as what? Pythagorean triplets. Students, here there is a formula to find the Pythagorean triplets. Okay, and what is it means? 2m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. So these are the formulas to find the Pythagorean triplets. Okay, students, if it is asked like that, that is find the Pythagorean triplets if one of the triplets is 8. Okay, if they have asked that, find the other 2 Pythagorean triplets if one of the sides, or if one of the smallest sides of a right angle triangle is 8, or if one of the triplets of Pythagorean triplets is 8. Okay, so here they have given 8, no? They have given 8 as the one of the triplets of Pythagorean. So now you can compute this 8 with 2m, okay, or you can compute this 8 with m square minus 1, or you can compute this 8 with m square plus 1. Okay, now you can compute the given number with any formula. It is not like that, whether it is smallest side or largest side or whatever it may be. Okay, so you can compute the given number with any of these 3 formulas. And now I am computing the given number with this formula. Why? Because I will get the value of m easily. Okay, so here 2m is equals to 8, m is equals to 8 by 2. Okay, so 2 ones are 2, 2 4s are 8. And what is the value of m here? M is what? 4. Now use the value of m to find the other triplets. Okay, now we will take this formula, m square minus 1. Okay, now in place of m, what we have got? 4, no? So here 4 square minus 1. 4 4s are 16 minus 1. That is what? 16 minus 1 is what? 15. Okay, now what is meant by this? One of the Pythagorean triplet is 8 and the second one is 15. Okay, now we will find third one, that is m square plus 1. And what is m here? 4, no? So 4 square plus 1. 4 4 ja 16 plus 1. Okay, so here 16 plus 1 is what? 17. Students, these, that is 8, 15 and 17. Okay, so here 8, 15 and 17 are the Pythagorean triplets. Okay, students, if you ask like that, that is find a Pythagorean triplet in which one member is 12. Okay, so now what we need to do? We need to find the other 2 numbers. As I told you, you can compute that 12 with 2m, or you can compute 12 with m square minus 1. Okay, and you can compute that 12 with m square plus 1. Okay. Now we'll see whether by computing m square minus 1 with 12 we are getting the value of m or not. Here m square minus 1 is equals to 12. Okay. So when we transpose this towards that side, it will become 30. Students, what we have got? M square is equals to 13. Okay, so here we cannot compute this 12 with m square minus 1. Why? Because what we have got? M square is equals to 13. So here we cannot find the integer value of m. Okay, here we cannot find the integer value of m. So because of this, we cannot compute m square minus 1 with the 12. So let us try this. M square plus 1 is equals to 12. M square is equals to 12. Transpose this towards right side, it will become minus 1. M square is equals to 12 minus 1 is what? 11. Okay. So here also look at your students. So here also we cannot get the integer value of m when we compute 12 with the m square plus 1. Okay. So now we will compute 12 with the 2m. Okay. So here 2m. 2 ones are 2 6 are. So we have got the value of m as 6 now. We have got the value of m as 6. Students, as we have got the value of m as 6, we can find the other two Pythagorean triplets using the value of m. Okay. So here m square minus 1. Now m is what? 6. 6 square minus 1. 6 6 are 36 minus 1. 36 minus 1 is what? 35. Okay. So here the other Pythagorean triplet is what? 35. And now we will take one more. Okay. So now here m is what? 6. Okay. So 6 square plus 1. 6 6 are 36 plus 1. And 36 plus 1 is what? 37. Okay. So look at here, students. They have given one Pythagorean triplet already. Okay. So that is 12. And what are the other two? That is 35 and 37. Okay, so here therefore 12, 35 and 37 are Pythagorean triplets. Okay, so here 12, 35 and 37 are the Pythagorean triplets.